Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Your girl got some lights, okay? And I feel like with this lighting setup, I have the window right in front of me, and then I have the softbox light here. It's like a little bit dimmer, and then I have one here that's like a little bit brighter. I feel like I just look so like diffused, like I'm trying to look at myself in my mirror that's right behind my screen. And I feel like I just look so like flawless, like I got a filter on, but I promise you I don't. Not you seeing literally every single pore and dark spot on my face. Babe, airbrush wear. Today we're just going through some of the new the new makeup that I've picked up through the Sephora sale, and then also Black Friday shopping, KGH brand. So very excited to go through all of that with you guys today. I'm not doing anything crazy with makeup. It's literally just like an everyday makeup kind of zhuzh. I don't want to mess around too much with like eyeshadow and stuff like that. And what I picked up from KGH brand will be like an eye situation. So we're just gonna get right into it. So in the last video, you would have seen me using the Milk Hydro Grip skin tint. I decided that I didn't want to continue using it, and I was still within the return policy for Sephora, so I actually exchanged it for something else that I've been wanting to try, and I exchanged it for the LYS. This is the skin tint. You know what? I don't know its like full government name, but it's like the skin tint stick, and I got this in the shade TN6. The shades for these are a little bit weird. So I feel like going on, it looks really dark, but when I blend it out and like wear the rest of my makeup with it, because I've worn it now twice. I just picked it up last weekend. No, I just picked it up on Tuesday, and then I wore makeup Thursday, Friday, I think are the days when I wore it. So I've worn it twice, and like it blends out nicely, and I don't notice anything looking funky with my makeup, so I think it's fine. But like I said, like it looks so dark. I also definitely put like way too much on, but whatever, we'll make it work. For me, I find the coverage to be like decent. It's very much like a skin tint, but we're gonna see if we can build it up, because I do have a lot of dark spots on my chin area. Like I feel like blended out, it's fine, and it matches like the rest of my body okay, so I think we're fine for that. And the coverage built up a little bit. Like I think for what the product is, I think this is quite nice, and I'm excited to play with this a little bit more just to kind of see. One thing that I will say that this is really good for is, well, no, it's one thing because it's travel. For traveling like on a plane, this is nice because it's not a liquid. And then traveling in the car, this is nice because you don't have to worry about maybe accidentally spilling any of your foundation all over yourself if you do your makeup in the car, like I do sometimes. So this will be nice to put into the makeup rotation. And also a good perk is just the fact that I am supporting a Black business by using this. So love that. The other thing I picked up during the Sephora sale is the NARS Laguna bronzer, and I got this in the shade 4. This smells so good. Like this truly smells like my mom used to use this tanning oil when we would go to the beach, and it just like really brings back like being at the beach with my mom and my best friend, and us just like hanging out all day, like literally getting up at the crack of dawn and making our way to the beach. Like that was such good memories. I got this, I don't know if I mentioned, but I got this in the shade 4, which is like really deep for me, but I got it this deep because I wanted this to be my summer bronzer, which I know we're going into winter, but I also wanted something that was a little bit deeper for like when I really want to be glam, just having something that's deeper that's going to add a little bit more dimension to the face. So I got this one. I'm like ever so slightly going to dip my brush in here because I don't want to pick up too much product. I don't want an insane amount of bronze on my face right now. I just want to keep it low key. So one thing that I want to try with this is I want to try underpainting. Maybe in the next Hot Girl Glam we'll do that. I think by the time this one's going up, I would have already posted another Hot Girl Glam. That one was like a pretty low-key one. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think it's so crazy that November is already done and we're fast approaching into Christmas. I went into the city on Tuesday. I decided to take the day off of work because I had my last dance class. I did a 6-week program. It's really fun. I missed 2 weeks because 1 week I had like a little bit of a mental breakdown, and then the following week I ended up getting sick. So I missed 2 weeks of it out of the 6 weeks, but still it was so much fun. And the people that were in, like, there's different levels. So I was a part of the level 1 group, and the people in that class, we all went for drinks after. It was just like a small group of us that ended up going, but it was just, it really filled my cup, if I'm gonna be honest. I've lived in New Brunswick for I think 7 years now, and to be quite honest with you, like I feel like I have a really hard time making friends as an adult. I have like my core group of friends in Toronto, and they're like the best people in the world. I love them so much. And I just feel like, especially moving from an area where there's like so much culture, so much diversity, and then moving to an area where there's like not really a lot of that, hard to find people that you can align with, in my experience. So I don't really get a lot of opportunities to just like have a girly chat with people in New Brunswick and just like shoot the shit, laugh over drinks. So it's just really nice to go out with the girls after our dance class and just like eat some food, have some drinks. And I think we're gonna like try to do that more often if any of them are watching. I showed them my YouTube channel. Anyway, so yeah. All that to say, I took the day off work to go into the city early so I could do some shopping. Got all of the shopping done for my boyfriend, so I'm happy about that. There's just like a couple little tidbits that I still need to add to the gifts. But we're rock and rolling for Christmas gifts. And then while I was there, I did the exchange at Sephora. I did some swatching, did some looking around, seeing what was going on. And I can honestly say there's like not much. There really isn't much. And I think I should be well set up to actually do like a no buy in the new year. And I know I've been saying that, but like I think I can really put my mind to it. I sat down and did like a debt payoff plan, and it's an aggressive payoff plan, but if I can do it, then all of my debt will be paid off by October of next year, which is so crazy. Like if I could do it, then essentially I would be debt free. The only debt that there would be is like the house debt from our house purchase. Oh, fingers crossed. Anyway, this isn't new, but I am making an effort to try to use it more often. This is the Merit Beauty Flush Balm in the shade Bespoke. The Flush Balms are so sheer. So I definitely, like, you have to build them up if you want much of an impact. And I'm really like torn on this shade. When I first swatched it, I really liked the way that it looked on the hand. And then when I put it on my face, I was like, oh, that's low-key giving bruise. But then I wore it one day. I feel like as it was just like melting more into the skin, it wasn't really looking as bruisey. So I'm really undecided, but I just really need to use it up. I have so much blush in my collection. I really need to like work on some kind of rotation plan, but all I ever want to wear are my Phytosurgeons blushes. And then even then, the only Phytosurgeons blushes I want to wear are Scorch and now Incense. And it's just like, those are the two blushes that I'm reaching for on a day-to-day. And honestly, I'm not even wearing makeup all that much right now because I've just been like so tired with work that I just can't seem to get myself up early enough to actually do makeup. So I think that's a fine amount of blush for right now. After powders and concealer and everything like that, I'm definitely gonna go in with more. Okay, so since this is the next step, I'm just gonna show everything now. Boom. Basically, I have one of everything now from KJH brand. I'm just missing the brushes. I was a part of the early access for the Black Friday shopping. So because I was early access for that, I got 25% off. So I was like, I might as well pick up the things that I've been wanting to try because, hello, 25% off. I got the Nano Set Brow Gel. I really like the color of this packaging. And I also picked up, because I really, really, really wanted to try this, as we know, you guys, I got the Stilo. I got it in the shade Carve. So I'm really excited to try this. I think I picked up Carve. Is that the darkest one? I can't remember if it's the darkest one, but I picked up this shade, I think, because I really wanted it for more of like a wing and just a little bit more like chiseling on the mouth. And then to go with my pre-existing, we have the Hyper Shine pigment. So now we have the Hyper Shine serum. So we're gonna use that right now. I've always liked the Hyper Shine pigment, but I felt like it was definitely missing the actual like serum to go with it. So, and I like the fact that she changed the packaging on this because this I feel like is a much better packaging than what she was doing before. So we're just gonna pop that. I see her pop it right in the packaging itself, so we're just gonna do that, and we're gonna do like one little drop. We're gonna take the number 3 brush and we're just gonna swirl it around, I guess. Oh my god, definitely more product than I would have wanted on the brush. That's fine. I like to highlight. I feel like I'm really close to the camera. I like reconfigured my vanity a little bit and I'm still trying to like get everything figured out, but I feel like I'm really close. So sorry. We're gonna put a little bit right here. Whoa. Okay, yeah, like that definitely adds a little bit more to it. That was crazy. Okay, and then we're gonna add a little bit to the tip of the nose. Yeah, okay, I was right. See, it definitely needs the serum. Whoa. Wow, okay. And then we're gonna add to the cheekbones. I feel like I definitely need to play around with this because right now I feel like it doesn't look, whoa. Can you see? Okay. I just changed the lights a little bit. Can you see? It's like a much, I don't know how to describe it. It's like kind of glossy and I feel like you can't see that very well on the camera, but like that looks good. I really like that. I think I'd also be curious to play around with it before adding like blush, like doing the base first, then adding this, and then adding everything else on top. I feel like that would be better. I'm gonna quickly go in with concealer now. This isn't new. I've been using this. This is the Danessa Myricks concealer in the shade 9. What if I did something so crazy and I used that same brush to blend out my concealer? What if I did that? Wow, I feel we're looking so radiant right now. my god, that's crazy. We're gonna set the under eye with the usual powder combo. We got the Amicole translucent loose setting powder. Then I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder in the shade medium. And like low-key, just for fun. Sorry, I keep looking at myself in my mirror instead of looking at my camera. Bad habit. For just like fun, I'm gonna take my broken Kosas baked powder. I decluttered it, but I never actually threw out all the things that I decluttered just because I'm annoying. So I'm gonna try to use this, and I've just been storing it so that all the broken pieces are in the big part of the lid so that they're not falling all over the place and it's a little bit easier to pick up the product. So I'm just gonna take my powder brush, dip it in there, tap off the excess, and I'm just setting mainly like my chin and jaw area. Oh, and so this is the Cloud Set powder, and I have it in the shade Pillowy. I take the KJH brand brow set. I love, look at how skinny that is. I love that. And since this is a newer gel, I think I'm definitely gonna have to like get in there. And I'm just gonna back comb the brows a little bit and then set them into place. I find especially when you get a new tube of brow gel, you have to like back comb your brows a little bit just to make sure that the product is actually going somewhere, because the spoolie isn't always like fully coated. So I feel like I can actually like feel what's going on. Wow. Okay, this like really sets them into place because I just went to like fix this brow and it was already like set. That's, wow. This is a damn good brow gel. Whoa. I like that. I quite enjoy that. You guys should definitely tell me in the comments if you picked up anything during like Black Friday or during the Sephora sale, or like if you have anything on your wish list. I would really love to know. Not that I'm like obviously buying more makeup anymore, but like I just want to hear what people are actually enjoying, because I feel like in spaces like TikTok and whatever, where a lot of things are basically just ads and people peddling products, I just want to know what the people are like actually loving. I want to try this little handy dandy stick. So this is the Precision Sculpture Stilo, and as I mentioned, I got this in the shade Carve. So this is what it looks like. It's like a really deep brown. Oh, you can also see the glow a little bit on my hand from the highlighter. So it's like a really pretty deep brown, and I just want to try it on my lash line as like a little wing. So I'm really just like hitting it. Wow, even without like blending it, that actually looks really pretty. I just love when I make good choices, you know? And then I'm gonna take this little angled brush to pull some of the product into a wing. That is perfect. Honestly, I think I could have applied less product to my outer corner. So I'm gonna try that on the other eye. I screwed up. I think that's the one thing for this product where it's like, for precise sculpting and like lining of the lips, it's going to be a little bit harder to like get a concentrated line on my lids, because I think when it gets demoed on the eyes, like online, from what I've seen, people are like using it for more of like a thicker situation. So like, that's fine. You know what? While I have this out, let's do a little bit more playing. So I normally don't like do any sort of nose contour, but I think just for like, sometimes I'll add my bronzer here. So I think I'm just gonna like give that a try. This is a little bit deeper than what I normally go for, but just to like add a little definition here. I'm just gonna take my fingers, I think. I can only. I feel like if I got a lighter shade, that would definitely be good for more everyday, but this, like, I really blended it out because I wanted it to be subtle, but you can really tell that it like is really adding a fair amount of depth. That's awesome. I haven't like done any sort of contouring in a hot minute. That was my thing to do in like 2016, 2017. I had like really chiseled, carved out cheekbones. This is really nice, actually. Wait, let's just go crazy, and I'm just gonna like, not that I need to, I have a really cute nose, but just to like accentuate a little bit of the button. This probably isn't gonna look good, but whatever. Yeah, no, that didn't really do anything. What if I just like did a little bit of that? That probably also is gonna look weird. I don't know how to contour my nose, guys. Like, let's just be so real. Okay, yeah, I don't know what that did. I'm just playing around now. But yeah, I really like this, and I really like the little wing effect I was able to get. Also, a banger product from KJH brand. I think just KJH brand is a solid brand. I'm really curious to see if she's gonna like lean into more of like complexion products as well. Because I think like a concealer. Like if I could get a concealer that was good for all over my face from KJH brand, I'd be happy. The mascara isn't new. It's my tried and true Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize. I'm gonna just pop this on really quick, then we'll get into the lips. Just wiped off my lip prep. I was using Phytosurgent's Calm Conditions lip balm. That's a good lip balm, let me tell you. So for the lips, I'm gonna use the Sculpture Stilo again because I'm really curious to see what this is going to look like as like a lip lining slash contouring product. I think where this is quite deep, I'm gonna try to go in with a little bit of a lighter hand. That was much deeper than what I wanted. I feel like I have a pout going. Like I feel like, wow, okay, yeah. For lipstick, I'm gonna apply the lipstick and then I'm going to see if I want to add anything more. This is the MAC Frost lipstick in the shade O. This I think is like the first Frost like lipstick that I have in my collection. And there's just like something about it that I really like. I didn't think that I would actually enjoy like a frosted lip product, but like this is really pretty. I really enjoy this. I think though we do need a little bit more going on for the lip combo. So I'm going to take MAC Chestnut and fill in the corners of my mouth. I'm going to go back in with the Sculpture Stila. Really. I feel like in person my mouth is looking really lopsided, but like honestly I'm not going anywhere, so it doesn't really matter. And I think if I keep touching my mouth it's just gonna make things worse. So I am just gonna go back in with a little bit more of this though, just to sandwich the layers of lip liner I just put on. I think I want to go in with a little bit more of this highlight. I'm gonna put it, like, I'm looking at the way I have like a little bit of a moment going on right here and then like right here in the light. So I just want to emphasize that a little bit, I think. Oh, it's like wet looking. It is fabulous. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm gonna do a little bit more. I'm just getting greedy. That is a full-ish face of new makeup. I will definitely be keeping you guys updated on all of the newness, how it wears. We'll do like this. Okay, so some of this is first impressions, and I think probably in like a few weeks I'll just have like an update in like a chatty get ready with me of how everything wears. The more I like play around with it, what my final thoughts and feelings are. But like honestly, this is a gorgeous mop. What can I say? Like, I think I've really figured out what I like in a makeup product, and it's really allowed me to just kind of like sift through all of the newness, all of the stuff that is just like at Sephora, and I can really focus on like things that I know that I will love. It's definitely nice like to play around and try new things every once in a while, but I think I'm really starting to like solidify my makeup collection, and it feels so good to just like have an edited makeup collection that I know I can rely on without anything doing anything crazy and funky, and that I will always look good. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today as we tried all of this. Make sure you thumbs up this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more from me, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye!